What? Wow. You're a mom now?
Oh, what a great reintroduction.
Oh.
He's a symbol.
La revolution?
Ooh.
Ouch. Classic. Thank you to HUEL for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Grieving mob bosses and Catholic vigilantes of the Reject Nation. Welcome back. We are watching Daredevil Season 2, Episode 6 of Born Again. And we're going to get into it. But before we do, I got a new shirt. We got a new shirt. Boom, bam, bow. It is Daredevil and Fisk and Bullseye and all the colors that they're represented by. Go get your shirt now. It's super cool. And yeah.
I got to say, man, Coy and I only saw it for the first time, like moments before we film. Looks really cool. It's pretty cool, man. Good job.
I love the colors, love the flavor.
And I got to see it early. Sick.
Sick stuff. That was
All
cool.
right,
Please
cool.
spot one. Yeah, that was cool, man. Good job, Aaron. Good job. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Without further ado, let's go.
They that love beyond the world cannot be separated by it. Death cannot kill what never dies.
Oh, he's going to kill that doctor.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
was worried about him last episode.
That's what I said last episode, too. It's like,
Even in her final moments, she was the brightest of lights. Take solace in knowing that she is at rest now.
Stop talking.
Shut
Don't
up.
touch him.
Don't touch him.
Beautiful darkness that awaits us all.
Is he also a
Why would you
priest?
say this?
Why is he not more
Is
terrified?
he also a priest?
maybe it's
Is this in his head?
Don't go for a hug.
You're going to headbutt him, aren't you?
Whoa, that look in his eyes. That was
Oh,
a
no.
fascinating little shift.
Is he going to crush him?
I
Do
feel
a
he's gonna
bear
kill him.
hug?
He has to.
Oh, there
it
he goes.
is. There it is. Yep.
yeah.
Because I'm like, you're talking too damn much.
Oh,
you're talking
no.
way too much. Oh, that's the crack. Oh, that's the death. Clean it up.
Yep, Buck. get to
Daniel, I'm
work.
going to need some assistance. Back to
What
full
a
white.
powerful
Yeah, with
shot.
the rose.
Sitting alone, just in his all white.
Domini Jesu Christi, Rex Gloria, libera animas om,
Yeah, it's smart to keep him restrained. That makes sense.
de ponis inferno.
What a wild card.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor Fisk.
Me absorbiat eos.
That guy, yeah. First time they met.
Now he's really become the Kingpin.
Just like holding it on.
That's,
Oh, what
uh-oh.
a juxtaposition.
Is that Jessica Jones? That'd be funny. I think it is Jessica Jones.
Oh, that would be her and Luke's kid.
That'd be crazy.
No way.
That's what I was thinking. That'd be crazy.
I think it is.
It's purple. There's purple.
I think.
Oh.
What an intro back to her character.
Yeah.
No way.
I think it is.
Yeah, she's gonna,
Give that to
she's gonna
Mommy,
survive
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
This is not a toy.
What? You're a mom now?
Oh, what a great reintroduction.
He's lost a lot of blood, but I got the bullet out. If he can keep it clean and prevent infection, which is a big if.
Look at that suit.
The black is fading.
But he could really use a hospital.
No. I would sign his death warrant.
Maybe we should. I'm not behind this. He should be dead or in one of Fisk's dungeons, not here.
Understood.
She's right. Whole city's popping off because of what he did.
It was an accident.
This time,
That's true. This time.
I need you to promise me you're gonna stay low. You're gonna stay safe, okay?
Season 3, White Tiger.
You remember that night at the Clinton Street Church? He killed Father Lantom, and then he hurt you so bad, I actually thought I'd lost you for a minute. So you told me that you were gonna kill Fisk, and I told you not to, that I knew how.
Yeah.
Oh, did you change your mind?
We are separate. It is not up to us to take life.
I know! Right? I pay every day for what I did to Wesley. I still have fucking nightmares.
Yeah.
And what if that's what it's like with you and Fisk? What if this doesn't end until one of you goes down? He has proven that he will not hesitate.
Wow.
This isn't you. It's not you.
Ideological clashes here is so fascinating.
Sir,
Where?
310 Garnet Street.
Okay.
What do we do about him?
Watch him.
Vengeance isn't justice, Karen.
But it is Batman.
Dude, does Matt just like never sleep anymore?
You once told me you'd never run for higher office. You know I can't stomach the campaign. What if I told you you wouldn't have to?
So when are you going to tell me?
That's how she gives a key to Spider-Man.
Where are we going tonight? What are we doing?
We're doing nothing.
Why are you lying to me?
Why are you keeping tabs on my personal life?
Daniel, it's your birthday. I put it in my phone calendar, you psycho.
Well, I just think he has his guards up now after what he's had to change into from last episode.
I get it. It's dudes only, right? Lugers, flash dancers.
My mother's house.
Sensitive being called a psycho after what he just did.
What if I came with?
You actually want to come to Staten Island?
I do.
Miss Urich, happy to see you. Everything good?
No.
You do always seem to be where the action is, don't you?
That's what journalists do, Mr. Cashman.
Journalists. Do you mind if I borrow Daniel for a second? Just a quick word.
Maybe you should be friends with the
What a
journalist.
Different energy from him.
Shall we?
The angel and the devil on Daniel's shoulders.
You need to pull yourself together.
What we did last night was insane.
It was an order, and it is behind you, and you move on.
It's a quick funeral.
Listen to me, our little nature walk was the price of admission. You're in the big time now, and the big time will take care of you. If you take care of it.
What do you mean?
BB.
I had a feeling they were going
Our
to try to
friend
make him
BB.
do this.
Yep.
She's not the leak.
Sounds like you two have plans for tonight. Don't. Have you ever heard of the barium meal test?
It's like a meal plan or something. Like paleo, my mom's on it.
No, Daniel, it's more of a technique developed by my former colleagues. In order to find a mole, you must first offer them something to out themselves with. Feed her something false. See if it resurfaces.
Oh.
You see, barium glows like a light in the darkness. You with me?
Yes, that is smart.
Good man.
Yeah, because if he's only giving that info to one person.
And happy birthday.
Oh my God, he remembered.
Buck is now antagonizing him. Damn, good match cut.
Yeah.
Which path do you choose, Daniel? Maybe in some ways we were talking about Coy, Daniel's a surrogate son.
I was thinking that a couple episodes ago if they'd lean into that because the casting of Gandolfini.
So what? So just everyone loses? Is
Does
that
he-
how this goes?
Does he know that Vanessa's gone?
I don't know if he cares.
Yeah.
Fine, fuck it. Whole thing's got Cobble 2021 vibes, and I do not need navigate. I had really high hopes for you. Hello? Are you there?
Ooh. No words.
I don't
Just
think he's
four.
spoken much dialogue at all this episode. Damn. Bullseye made a martyr out of Vanessa.
Light the shit up.
And the other side.
Part of the problem. Don't
No
cry for her.
king.
Cry for the people Fist is locked up.
We are not a monarchy.
They showed up at my house, Matt, with my daughter there.
That's way out of task force jurisdiction.
It wasn't task force.
Oh?
Found out who's been running guns with Fisk and giving him all this cover.
Is it Lillard?
Or certain segments of the U.S. government.
Really? No shit.
A while ago, this guy called, obviously agency, obviously sketchy as hell. He was interested in people like us. I told him to fuck off.
F-bomb.
Turns out Charles, mighty cozy with Mayor Fisk. And either I'm rusty or he's really good because an entire wet team showed up at my house this morning.
While you're breathing, you might have cracked a rib.
I'm fine, shit happens. After Danielle, it just drops out sometimes, then comes back. I don't think there's an owner's manual for this shit, you know?
Gosh, she's so good.
Which,
How's she doing?
She's good, she's a handful.
Look, I'm sorry.
You owe me.
Sure. I'm guessing that's why you wanted to meet here.
I love that reflective shot.
Still, yes.
Yeah.
Just one watch. That's so cool.
These guns, Fisk was running them for this guy, Charles.
Yep.
Then his task force took him.
Yep. Do you want to cause a little trouble?
Let's go. Whoa!
Yes.
interesting her getting pregnant mess with her powers.
He just goes through the door.
Nice.
You don't want to do that.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Simultaneous.
Oh,
that was
so
cool.
sick.
Oh, shit.
Ah.
Oh, that's when it fades?
It's like a power level starts to go down.
Interesting edit there.
Yeah, that was.
Everybody out! This place is gonna blow!
I like that. Give stakes.
Go!
There it all goes.
Sure, Powell's completely fine after being hit by a rocket launcher. He was fine last season when Matt hit him into the floor.
I think it's really good that Jessica's powers go down a little bit. Otherwise, she could be too much.
It would be OP.
Yeah.
Awful presumptuous there, Heather.
Oh my God, she could be the new wife.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh.
You better not get caught, girl. It's all because
gonna
it's
see
red
in
and
the
she loves
mirror.
blood, like Muse.
Oh.
Uh-oh, tilted frames.
She's going to see Muse in the mirror.
You miss her. So do I.
I lost a lot of friends coming over here. I don't have a lot of people.
Neither do I.
Oh, you guys should make love.
There's a bed right there.
You carry a gun?
What's your
Suit's
bag? I carry
supposed to
two.
cover it, but I know it's there.
It's part of the job.
You assume you've killed people?
Heather, are you okay?
No, you should comfort her.
The man I killed was a patient. He came to me for help.
He was a madman who was trying to kill you.
He cut me. He choked me.
Almost like she's having a therapy session right now.
Show me.
Show me.
Like if she's reliving her trauma.
This is an interesting way to confront your trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could tell you're taking it serious.
Oh, she gonna kiss him.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna hook up right now.
Oh yeah.
She got a release.
Yeah.
You feel better?
Okay.
All right.
Maturity.
Did you say maturity?
The fact that I did.
Adults.
That's adulting.
Look at them grown.
I thought they were going for it.
It's a mature thing what happened there.
Vigilantes killed his wife.
Daniel, I was there. You were there. We saw what happened. Don't spin to a spinner.
She's wearing green. She's gonna become a goblin.
Cannon. Goblin.
It's not gonna matter much anyway.
What does that mean?
Oh, fake news time.
There it
Fake
is.
news. Fake news.
I tell you this, and it cannot be leaked.
Totally, what is it?
No. Like, seriously.
Your life is in danger if you leak
He's
this.
really trying to make sure this is clear.
He's not running for re-election.
Wait, what?
That's it.
I don't know if she's going to buy that.
One and done. He's out at the end of his term.
Wait, how do you know that? Did he tell you?
After the funeral. Guess his heart's not in it. After Vanessa, you know.
I feel like she knows him pretty well enough to know he's full of it right now.
She's also gotta know how to pick and choose the news.
You sure it was her?
Yes, I'm fucking sure.
Sounded right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh no.
you lost her.
He's like 10 years old.
Thanks.
I'm gonna kill his ass.
Oh, I feel like he's on to him. No,
Yeah.
he's looking at him.
Roll with you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Dude, the way that was framed really referenced and reminded me of Die Hard 2.
Sure, that was the comp they had on
I'm
set.
sure they did. And it just reminded me.
Man, the restraint from Karen here.
Yeah.
Sure.
You just want to pick his nose.
I think she was looking at his abs.
Hey,
Karen.
Yeah. Great callback. Last time he said that he was in a Daredevil outfit.
No, he said at the beginning of season 1 of this.
Oh, there you go.
You gonna shoot me?
Probably.
Go ahead. Vanessa opened the window, and I went through it. Your friend Foggy paid the price.
Dude, this guy's had a spiritual experience.
Foggy for my freedom, me for Foggy. It's just an equation.
Matt has a lot of faith in Karen to know she's not gonna do something.
You're right.
It's Wesley all over again.
Thank you.
No, you kill him, then he gets what he wants.
Yeah. Remember.
Woo!
You keep choosing the wrong people, Fisk! This thing over the people who love you!
Aww.
How can you say that?
Because it's true. Because you let them live and people die. Please just let me do this.
Aww.
Let me carry this for you. All you have to do is walk out that door.
What happened to you?
Matt, you fucking brought Bullseye here.
Yeah.
You got some fucking common sense right now.
My source never started broadcasting, which knowing Fisk probably means that there.
You want to know what happened to me? I grew up.
You're triggering her like she's gonna be in the most like fragile state with this guy around.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah. All right. Get back. Hey, off the fence. Get back.
I feel like he's afraid he's going to be asked at
Found
some
out.
point. Well, not only that, but like asked to do something he doesn't want to do against like a crowd member. Yeah.
This we call the vital spectrum.
Little multi-level marketing.
Where's the bathroom?
I'll show you.
About to find out the Mayor Fisk's not running again. She's about to go post.
She's going to go put on her fake Wilson.
She brings it with her from the bathroom. I'm not running again.
No, don't go through her shit. Don't go through her shit.
She hasn't sent it yet, but he's going to find something.
Wow, I like this. Getting to see his history, where he came from.
That's probably why she won't betray him. Oh, he's always admired criminals.
Yeah, Fisk, he knows talent.
I had a Godfather one too, right, in his new place.
Your father would be so proud of you.
No, I'm not gonna send it.
Don't do it, BB.
Delete. That just saved your life.
Yeah.
Oh, it said with Ellison. Did you see that?
Oh, just replaying what he had to do over and over again.
Oh, he's a symbol.
La revolution. Resist, rebel.
It's after midnight. Who is here?
My deepest apologies, ma'am. It was out of my hands.
Wilson.
Charles.
Either that or Charles.
Charles.
Charles, yeah.
Charles.
I saw that soccer news, Charles. Way too comfortable.
I told you to never come here again.
I missed you too. Is this the 20-year Mictors I gave you? Because it is fucking delish.
He's so much fun to watch.
Matt Lillard for every show.
Seriously.
What do you want?
A single goddamn thing. I am here to solve your city hall problem.
Oh.
Is that how Spider-Man gets a key to the city?
From Matt Lillard.
Thank you for inviting me into your home. Well, your mom is a fucking legend. Happy birthday, Daniel Blake.
What's about that?
Oh.
A moment.
Oh.
They're having a
Oh,
moment.
she's going for it.
She's going in.
Wow.
She went in like 90%, still going. Oh.
Fuck. What is this? I found it in your pocket. It's the next City Without Fear broadcast, isn't it? I don't even know if I can protect you anymore.
Protect me from what?
Come on, you know.
Protect you from him.
And breaking news.
Hey, just checking to see if he killed her.
Manhattan is on lockdown. The authorities warning it's becoming dangerous.
Suma Thurman.
Wow, what a presence.
The governor is pulling her support. A meeting is happening with the AG's office tomorrow.
Bad timing.
Woo!
The red.
Oh, shit.
Oh, this is the shit they were filming.
Wow.
Damn, Karen, that was Savage.
Awesome.
And thrown into a cage for weeks.
Dude, he's about to become so unhinged.
I was detained for weeks, caged like an animal, beaten under the Safer Streets Act.
Rile them up.
The unheard.
And Daredevil? Daredevil freed us.
Oh.
Mirroring the day you met Vanessa. Wow.
Revelar.
Awesome.
Now that bloodstain literally represents her.
Oh, shit.
I'm not surprised. You're here, Murdock. I'm sorry for your loss, Wilson.
Whoa.
Is that why you've come to offer
the back of his head.
condolences?
First time he's spoken the whole episode.
Yeah.
You know, we tell ourselves this is about the city, it's about New York. I'm not so sure that's true anymore, is it?
Last time Matt and Wilson talked, now it's Kingpin and Daredevil.
Yeah.
This fight, it is poison. It destroys everything. The people we love.
Yeah.
Nobody wins. We have to end it now, because I am not going to stop. So what would it take for you to walk away? I'd ask the same of you. You leave New York. I leave New York.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
That's an interesting proposition.
We do this in Michigan. Oh, she's all white tigered out. Uh-oh.
And it begins.
No!
There it is.
Oh, let's go.
Whoa.
Oh, that was sick. Yeah, but
there he
he's
goes.
going to
Free
hesitate.
kid. I know it was you.
Oh, shit.
I know it was you, you Fredo fuck.
Whoa! I had a feeling that was how it got up.
And now they're going to blame the protesters on killing an AVTF agent.
What the fuck? Fucking vigilantes.
They killed Saunders! Online! Online!
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Oh, he knows the truth.
Damn.
Whoa! Ouch.
Fuck!
Oh!
Get!
Oh.
You destroyed it.
Oh, he knows.
Wow. You hurt Vanessa twice.
Oh, shit.
New blood
Now
splatter.
your blood's on it. Oh, wow. Ooh.
Dude, that wide shot.
Ooh,
Stay there,
shit.
please.
Stay
Yes.
there.
Ah, classic. What the fuck?
Yo! Ooh. Sheesh.
That was a comic book shot.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Damn, I fucking love this shot.
What are you going to do?
He's the mayor.
Arrest me? You cannot. Kill me? You will not.
Just gonna keep doing this over and over.
I'm being house.
He's breathing. Go get help.
Karen's so exposed.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Karen fucking Page.
Oh, they're gonna end the episode. Ah, son of a bitch.
Wow.
Fellow rejects, when do you usually realize you forgot to eat? For me lately, it's like I look up, it's halfway through the day. I've been at the office, editing, reacting, prepping for shows and movies, talking, meeting, business, and I just have not ate. And right now, nutrition has become very important for me again because I'm currently training to do a Spartan race, running more, trying to build my endurance up. So I need not just caffeine and vibes, I need actual nutrition. And that's where HUEL has been a daily go-to for me for like well over a year now. It helped me a ton when I was cutting last year when I made a big deal about dropping all that weight. And now for performance, it's helping me keep me consistent. Even Coy right now, he's on a cut. I see him drinking this stuff all the time. He took the last of my favorite flavor, the chocolate peanut butter. Thanks, Coy, for doing that. Happy to order more using my promo code. But anyway, we keep a ton around here. The HUEL Black Edition ready to drink. The complete meal in a bottle. 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, slow release carbs, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, and gluten-free, dairy-free. Actually helps keep me full, plus it's under $5. Then when I got a little more time, I used the Black Edition powder. You can blend it with frozen fruit and ice. Sometimes I blend it with hydration. Same complete nutrition, just more customizable. So if you're like me, where you got racing thoughts and your days just feel chaotic, you don't have time to meal prep, this makes staying on track easy. I also really love their daily greens quite a lot. So Reject Nation, if you'd like to get on this bandwagon, limited time offer, you can get a HUEL today with my exclusive offer of 15% offline with my code REJECTS at HUEL.com/rejects. New customers only. Thank you to HUEL for partnering and supporting Reject Nation once again.
All right, you guys, we've just finished episode 6 of season 2, Daredevil Born Again. If you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, make sure you can go and give us 5 stars. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Not to mention, we have shirts available at RejectNationShop.com.
Including that new one.
Including that brand new one that we showed earlier. And we also have a Patreon where you can watch the full-length watch-alongs and get exclusives that Greg and John cover that you can't get over on YouTube.
Nah, get the shirt.
Get the shirt, too. Yeah, 15% off if you're a patron. All right, you guys. Wow, that was intense. That was wild. You know, we were all on the edge of our seat, not really saying a word in that last little bit there. Let's talk about how we're feeling. How are we doing coming on the end of the episode, the other side of this? I'll start with Andrew.
That felt like a finale episode. Just the weight of everything, the stakes. But yeah, it was incredible. I know we've praised Vincent D'Onofrio so much, and he deserves it. But just watching the entire episode of not seeing him speak, but seeing his physical acting on display and knowing what he was feeling the entire time, just waiting for, like, seeing that tenderness, but also waiting for that rage to just boil over. That was some of my favorite acting I've ever seen from him. And there was no dialogue at all, just like 90% of the episode from him. That's incredible. It was really powerful from him. So he's just, it can't be stated enough. He's one of my favorite comic book castings ever. He just continues continuously keeps displaying that every time I watch him. But this one was just really on display, particularly just getting to watch the emotional weight of the episode of what had just happened to him. And I thought that was really incredible stuff, just from the emotional drama of the episode. And then there were just so many different things. And I know we've talked about this so many times. What they're doing with the supportive characters in this season is just so interesting. Like, when you got Daniel and BB, the conflicts that arise there. She had a story that she thought that she was going to break when it came to he said that he was not running for re-election, and then she's like, "Nah, you know what? I actually care about this guy, and I'm not gonna." I think they had it where at first it was like, I can't tell if he's full of crap right now, but I like that it went into, I really care about this individual, and I'm not going to say anything, and then it shifted into paranoia in terms of Daniel, and then he went through her things. But that's where I say, like, I love what they're doing with the supporting characters, and also too, like, everything that he went to, like this come to Jesus moment in the last episode of where Buck put the fear of God into him, and like now he can't really protect her. There's just so many different things, and then we get the introduction, of course, of Jessica Jones. I'm gonna try not to say all my thoughts because I want to save some stuff for you guys, but that fight at the end, that was some of my favorite choreography, and then you really felt not only the action was incredible, but it's emotional drama pushing the action, that's my favorite kind of action. And we know the stakes because of what these characters like. It's like, I love the dialogue that was going on. It's like, why do we keep doing this? It's the same cycle that repeats over and over. Let's just stop. Let's get out of here. We both love New York, but we love it in a different, like, we have different means of loving New York. Let's just get out of here and operate somewhere else. Like, so that was really fascinating. And it's really, really incredible. One of my favorite episodes so far.
Alrighty. Thanks for sharing, Andrew. Let's go to Greg.
Dude, I'd be so much happier to hear your thoughts first.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a interesting way to take the follow-up of the dramatic heaviness of the episode we just saw. I thought that the inclusion of Kristen Ritter, it was fun to see her, though it largely felt like set up for another season. Because even though it was connected to, the stuff with Fisk, is more about like Mr. Charles and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, this is relevant, but it's not. It felt like a part of the episode that didn't really carry through because Jessica Jones only showed up for that one scene. Or I guess those two scenes. Interesting development, kind of seeing where she is now. The fact that she has a kid, presumably with Luke Cage, which is wild because I don't remember I don't think they were even together by the end of that show or her show. But either way, I think the show was good this episode. I enjoyed it. I think the stakes are obviously raising. The temperature is increasing. It's always great seeing Matt and Fisk fight. I didn't think we were gonna get that this early. I thought that was something they'd save for the finale. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was some great stuff. Yeah, overall.
I feel like there's an apprehension in your voice about something.
Oh, not necessarily apprehension. I feel like some of the editing was a little strange, especially in the Jessica Jones fight. But overall, I like the stuff that we're getting with Daniel. And I have a hard time telling. I was like, is she actually into him? Is she wholly playing him? I think that's kind of maybe the point. It started off as just an informant thing, but now she's genuinely gained an affection for him, especially after seeing his room and whatnot. So yeah, I was surprised to see them take it in a way where she was genuinely interested in him romantically. I thought that was fascinating.
I mean, she's got a personal vendetta into Wilson Fisk, obviously, for taking out her uncle, but I feel like she's gotten an emotional compromise towards Daniel. Like, he's very caring towards her, so I feel like she does care about him.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, how'd you feel?
Dude, I would love to hear Coy stuff. I want the remaining pieces to talk about.
I was thinking about the elements of pressure the whole episode because the way the last episode ended, I thought we would kind of kick things off with a city on fire, and I thought it was really interesting to see us build more pressure before we got to the city on fire. We all knew that after what happened to Vanessa, that Kingpin would just lose all semblance of control. It was really interesting to see them lose more. Like, I really like how the show surprises me by Vanessa isn't everything he could lose. And I really enjoy that Mr. Charles was set up early enough that we've had this curiosity of who he is, and now we have him being able to lose the backing of the governor and the attorney general coming in, and like the support of New York is now being taken from him simultaneously. So I really enjoy that Wilson is losing the support of the one thing that he had left after Vanessa. The only thing he could invest his time and energy in is now also betraying him. And then simultaneously, the only thing that Matt has left is Karen. And now he's losing that because of the choices he's making. So both of our leads are losing the only last bastions of anything they have because of the choices they've made leading up to this moment. So this was formatting wise and narratively, I thought this was a really interesting episode because we are in episode 6 out of 8. This is the beginning of the third act, but there's still more to lose. And I thought it was a really impressive way to show that like ticking clock, that pressure, that energy of anxiety could even go higher. And so that plus added symbolism of like having the incredible snowstorm painting be recontextualized to, after 5 seasons and 10 years, mirror these two men directly. Like, we've already had that painting mean so much, and now it literally is like an inkblot Rorschach of the two of their blood spray in opposite directions while they're talking about leaving New York because they're saying all the things we have felt with this. It isn't benefiting either one of them. It isn't benefiting New York. Like, you cut to the mayor's office outside, and it's people wearing Daredevil masks, but getting injured. So it's the lack of control that Fisk hates and the people getting hurt that Matt hates. It's all of the worst case scenarios visually while using the imagery that we've set up to this point, while using all of this symbology, while having in a narrative the stakes get raised so we can do intercutting between fights. So we can have all of this, but it allows this third act to be at a peak crescendo before we get to anything that is actually what you'd expect from a third act. So just from a writing standpoint, really impressed. From a pacing standpoint, really impressed. From a comic book standpoint, I really enjoyed this, feeling like if this was a graphic novel, this would be, you know, the third to last issue, and you get your little guest appearance. You know, this allows, with Jessica Jones being introduced here in what felt like, you know, that a couple pages of very comic-y, remember this is a shared universe, but without it feeling like, remember, it's not her show. They allow for there to be something in the finale or a season 3. It doesn't shackle either direction. So all of that with supporting characters getting to grow and to have genuine outside of character arcs. They often talk about how supporting characters, when written poorly, only talk about the leads or are only invested in the leads' situations. And I truly feel like the supporting characters in the show finally have their own journeys to go on, and that makes them much more richer. Yeah. And I honestly think that was my favorite scene with Heather. That was great. So all of that making this a very different penultimate episode, like the quasi penultimate. But yeah. I was impressed by all the things I just said.
All I had was Heather left. And
I just had to sprinkle it in there.
Had to get it in there. I got nothing. All right. Buck. I'll dog Buck.
Yeah, talk about Buck.
Whew, thank God. Unless you want to go again, Andrew. You want to go again, Andrew?
No, I got more thoughts, but I'll let you do your thing.
Damn it.
You're good.
Greg's Cole North dissertation.
Greg, do your thing, buddy.
Isn't Cole North become good? I thought he was a good guy.
He's a good guy in the comics. When he was a bad guy in Born Again season 1, I was like, why'd you call him Cole North? Like, what are you doing? He's like one of the only guys that's on. He was hired to track down vigilantes, and then he realizes Daredevil's right, and they become like reluctant allies, and then he's just a bad guy.
It seems like that's what they're doing right here, though, when he saw
this. You can see his hesitation.
Yeah, I wonder if this will once again be like, oh, we decided to read the comics. Like, I feel like this season got to be much more of a fixing of things, which could include Cole North.
Yeah.
You like the A train of this show.
Oh, it's good shit, man. So, you know, when Buck was getting choked,
Aaron had jokes. What were those jokes, Aaron?
It was like, listen, it was a tender scene.
I was saving mine.
I was thinking about how much they both seemed into it. I was
like, is this sexual or is this healing? Or is this
you were like,
sexual
we're
healing?
adults, and I was like, no, this is Buck's thing, dude.
I was like, oh, he was.
His background and like, oh yeah,
Buck's a
neither
killer.
of them left with dry pants.
Oh,
there was a lot of
They
wetness
both had
all
they
around.
had a release there, man. They had a release.
They both did. I enjoyed it for both of them.
I did. I was like, yeah, yo, he just does this recreationally. This isn't to heal her. This is for him.
Autoerotic of 60.
When they do go to bed, you know what they're going to be doing, choking each other out. So
I was like, this is a very interesting way to go about this. Yeah.
What's a cool way to do? What I like about that is she's a therapist, the best one in the world, apparently.
Yes.
And therapy is all about talking your shit. And that had no talking to really do. Their way of communicating was solely like their trauma bonding was the most physical way you could do trauma bonding for them. They wouldn't, they are being set up. They're being like shipped together by, it seemed like from Vanessa. And now that scene was like, this is why these two could hook up. And I also like the way Buck, after seeing some more of his origin, is evolving into something even more threatening than Wesley.
Yeah.
The way he can pull these machinations and strings, and he's also about enforcing loyalty to his god. Because as established in the show, he comes from monarchy. So he respects the hierarchy. He really respects his kingpin. He honors that. So I like what they're doing with Wesley a lot. His characters, not Wesley, Buck. I like what they're doing with Buck. The new Wesley. I like what they're doing with Buck quite a bit. And yeah, I'll say, like, I met you guys on the Jessica Jones side. Like, it was. I love seeing Kristen Ritter.
Yeah,
I like seeing her. She slipped right back into the role. I don't think it really tells us if her and Luke are together still, though. To me, it sounded like she was a single mom.
But now her kid's black, so
she has
to be with him.
No, it's probably Luke's kid, though.
Oh, they drank coffee. Like they've been drinking coffee. They had coffee.
Yeah.
But whether they're still together,
I don't think they're actually together. Or else I think Luke would be here being like, "You came after my kid. I'm going to kill some people."
You got a club to run.
No, but the kids live.
But the fact that she has a house was interesting. Just not even in the city anymore. I was like, they gave us a small glimpse, but I don't know what the hell's going on in her life. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just saying, got to make sure the kids live in the luxurious life. You can't leave the club. So.
Yeah, and she didn't seem scared of the bomb moment, so it would stand to reason that maybe she also has powers herself if she's the child of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
you know?
Is there precedent for that in the comics, her being a mom?
Oh yeah, that kid is like Danielle is a character. Danielle is a character.
Oh,
yeah, Danielle Cage is a full on comic character.
Oh wow, okay, did not know that.
Yeah.
Is she like older, or is she like a little kid in the comics?
She's a little kid, yeah.
Okay.
But like, there's a whole new Avengers arc where Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are like protecting their child, and there's great like babysitting arcs. Like Squirrel Girl has babysitted Danielle before.
Oh, what? Does she have powers herself?
The kid, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she could have handled that bomb if needed.
Yeah.
Huh.
But they can't have their house explode, you know. So it's more than just a kid surviving. They just can't have a bomb go off. It would be problematic for so many levels. But by the time we got to the end of this, it was so interesting because it wasn't quite the revolution feeling of like, yeah, stand up, fight back. It felt grim from the get-go. No, I thought that by the time we would get to the big revolution moment where the crowd is, you know, standing up against Fisk right outside his office doors, that I would at least be like, yeah, fucking stand up, resist, rebel. Yet while that was all there, I liked just seeing like Kingpin sulking alone in his own little man cave where he retreats to, and Daredevil not even being with the crowd that is fighting back with his imagery, because I don't think as an audience we're supposed to be feeling that like we're supposed to be on their side, but I don't think we're there on the you're the rebellion, fight back, and just yet in that moment. Like it's supposed to feel malevolent. It's supposed to feel kind of dark and like the bad shit's going to go down, like a real protest would feel. when you're in a situation like this. It's not as like movie moment magic as we often fathom it to be or imagine it to be. It's often a very terrifying situation. So I'm glad that they captured this in a way that still felt terrifying for the people there. Like one of our main guest actors, the one who's friends with Angela? Is that the little girl's name? I'm totally forgetting her name.
Yeah, Angela.
Yeah,
the White Tiger.
Yeah, with Angela, the friend of Angela getting injured there in that moment, and Karen Page, and man, what they're given for Karen to do is so strong, and I'm like so kind of on her side in so many ways in that scene. You know, like having the conversation and actually having that argument and debate, and when you combine it with like the Netflix show, it does feel like we've kind of been rehashing this argument a lot. You know, it's been like we've had this argument a lot. And season 3 was all about how he was going to go kill Fisk, and we were no, Matt, you can't do that. So flipping that is cool. But when she threw it in his face, you know, when she was getting mad at him, and there was some line that she had about you choose these people over the ones you love. I love that writing, that interpretation of that moment. Because, yeah, it does feel that way. And I was getting annoyed with Matt, my favorite MCU character. I was getting annoyed with Matt in that, of like not even having the slightest bit of where he's like, what's this coming from? What's going on with you right now? Like, dude, come on. You got to have some semblance of understanding.
You can't be this blind.
How do you not comprehend at all? Like, why is she so upset right now? And what might be in the room that's triggering a lot and bringing a lot of these emotions to the surface at this moment in time?
Like, I forgave him. Why can't you forgive him?
Yeah, what's going on with you, lady? Jesus, not the woman I started dating. But it's good to challenge your characters and to have debates that present itself in both sides instead of making it an easy one. It's really easy to make this a black and white experience where, you know, just good versus bad, but they really nuance this again. I wouldn't say this is like my favorite episode of the season, but it's a really good episode of the season. And it's a strong trajectory, and it keeps the momentum going forward. And shouts out to the choreography. That fight with Fisk and Daredevil was really cool. Had a couple moments that looked straight out of a graphic novel. And the fight with Jessica Jones is also really cool. I love how there's always so much motion going on. Where like you'll get a cool moment here, and then in the background, so Daredevil's zipping around, kicking someone's ass.
Yeah.
Like it's really fucking there's cool action there.
I thought it was an interesting little bit there that her having a kid is now messing with her powers.
Yeah,
I was like, that's like you were kind of saying, an interesting way to balance the scales on her character. She's not just like super overpowered.
Yeah, she could just show up and start destroying everyone.
Yeah.
And I like how last week's episode was all about, you know, the legacy of Foggy and how so much of his goodness had poured onto Matt. You know, that's what saved him from killing Bullseye, that, you know, that mercy and that compassion. And we saw the positive ramifications of that, but we also now see the negative ramifications of that, the choices that Matt is making of not making that decision. You know, he didn't lose himself, but he's possibly losing the person that keeps him whole, that Karen. And, you know, I think that's the dramatic weight to that is really interesting to me.
Do you think BB will die?
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Feels like she could, right?
I mean, yeah.
I hope not, but, you know, the legacy of her uncle, like,
I feel like because they took out Ben Urich, I feel like they're going to keep her alive for now.
Do you think Foggy's in witness protection?
Yeah, for sure. Foggy is definitely still alive, and you know he's going to come back in season 4, and everything's that he went through with Matt and Karen.
I also like how they led the breadcrumbs though to Mr. Charles getting rid of Wilson Fisk as mayor once he took away his weapons and all that.
Key to the city.
Key to the city.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about us seeing Matt or Daredevil and Kingpin have a confrontation before the finale?
Oh, good, because I think it'd be. I don't think you wait just for the sake of waiting. I think there's still so much story to tell with 2 episodes, but now it's not a traditional like formulaic. Like this was exciting to have happen in episode 6 for me.
Yeah.
And the fight was beautiful, so I think that there's still so much more to do. And I don't think it would have resonated if they had like that kind of imagery and conversation about leaving the city if they waited till like, and we're done for a year.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, just because, you know, putting my speculation hat on here, you know, they framed Born Again as Fisk and Matt's show, and now we're just seeing through, like, set photos and stuff that Vincent D'Onofrio has a beard and Matt has a big beard. It's like, what if they do both leave New York and then and the rest of whoever's left is there to defend the city, and then they come back.
My theory is that Matt goes to jail, then Iron Fist has to break him out. My whole theory, mine alone.
Greg told me that. I was like, wow, what an idea.
That's my whole theory.
When Greg told
and then
me
it might
that,
connect to Spider-Man Brand New Day.
When he told me that, I was like, what an idea that I've never.
It's a good
I
idea.
was like, man, I'm so glad Greg reads so many comics.
Because it's from the comic, Brawl in Cell Block D or something like that. So Devil in Cell Block makes more sense.
Greg
Devil
told
in
me
Cell
all
Block
about Devil in Cell Block D.
starring Vince Vaughn, and it was a really
He told me
good
it was
moment.
written by Ed Brubaker, and he told me how much he enjoyed it, and he told me that he had this theory, and I was like, what a genius idea.
And he stole it right in front of my face.
And you should read that book that Greg recommended to me.
That's right, man.
And you know what he's going to
credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
You know what he's going to say to Matt when he breaks him out? First thing, I'm Danny Rand, the immortal Iron Fist.
He was just repeating. He'd be like, I know who you are. I spent a lot of time with you.
We've met many times.
I've hung out with you several times.
We're both defenders.
Dude, if he really does, if Matt really does go to prison, I hope we get some one scene like we did get with Frank Castle in prison. Not where he's killing people, obviously, but like a fun choreographed scene where he just beats the shit out of some prisoners.
Like in season 3?
In season 3 of Daredevil?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, but I want another one like that. But now where he's a prisoner, though. I mean,
That's
like
right.
Frank Castle was a prisoner.
True.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we did it, right?
We did it.
We did
Episode 6.
I'm gonna go
2
home
more
now.
to go.
Yep.
All right,
Penultimate
guys.
next.
Penultimate next. Woo woo. All right, that's been it for us today, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.